Hello, Sammy here, back again with another video, and today I'm here with the king of Arsenal.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. How are you?
I'm good. I can't complain. Just chilling out, relaxing. So no, it's good.
Arsenal playing tonight. By the time this will go out, it'll be after the game. So West Ham in the Carabao Cup. What do you think? Predictions for the game?
You know, it's going to be a tough game because I think that West Ham will have a very strong team out.
Yeah.
They won their game at the weekend quite impressively, 3-0 away at Stoke. And I think they'll play a strong team. They've got a decent squad, West Ham, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think guys like Andy Carroll and people like that might come in. And I think Arsenal will rest a lot of players because we've got a very, very tough game at the weekend, or should I say on Friday night against Liverpool. So we've got the home advantage, but I think it's going to be a very, very tough game. And if we don't go strong, you know, it's going to be, you know, we could come a cropper. So who knows what will happen. I think prediction-wise, I always fancy us at home. But I think we're going to need to make sure we put some firepower on the bench.
Well, I'm just going to start. First question. I know it's generic, but how has the rise been for you and for ArsenalFanTv over the last couple of years?
Wow. It's been an amazing rise. It's been an amazing rise. When we started off the channel, you know, basically we started from zero.
Yeah.
We didn't have I personally didn't I didn't even have a presence on social media. I didn't have a Facebook page. I didn't have a Twitter, Snapchat, YouTube page, nothing. So we literally started it from absolute zero. Literally started that from absolutely zero. And built it into what it is today. So the rise has been amazing, you know. I mean, from going from when we first started doing videos outside the ground and people would come up to me, well, we go up to people and try and get them to come on and say something, and they'd be like, go away, we don't want to talk, get lost, you lot. To now, every single ground we go to, everybody knows who we are. To just walking down the street, people stopping me all the time, wanting to take pictures, and you know, knowing who you are. It's been amazing. Yeah.
Amazing. How is it? So people just ask you for pictures, videos. Like you came from that for you asking people for pictures and videos.
Yeah. I suppose in a way, yeah. We started off. You know, we used to have to go out and we used to have to beg people to come on. You know, we'd be like, you know, we're us. They'd be like, who are you lot? Like, oh, we're ArsenalFanTV, we're for the fans, and people would be like, you know, because you weren't BBC, Sky, people like that, they weren't really interested in well, I say they weren't really interested, some people, but, you know, eventually people started coming on and really enjoying our content. So, but yeah, the rise has been amazing, and, you know, some of the people that I've met, you know, even some of my heroes getting to, like, meet and talk to Thierry Henry and playing football with Thierry Henry and Ian Wright, and meeting lots of the players, you know, like, you know, meeting people like Alexis and, you know, all the players that play for Arsenal. It's just been amazing. It's been simply amazing, and, you know, I still pinch myself now, it's incredible.
One of the things with ArsenalFanTV is that it's helped other people like grow their own channels and stuff like that. So you've got Troops, DT, even Claude. So is that one of your favourite things about your creating other people?
Yeah, listen, it's nice. Yeah, it's nice that those guys have been able to start their own channels up and start doing their own thing. And even like, you know, I meet a lot of people that have started up channels for other football teams. So for instance, at the weekend we played Newcastle, and we met some guys. They got a channel called the Magpie Channel. And they were saying to me that, you know, they were inspired to start that channel up by us. Yeah. And I love that, you know, I mean, I love the fact that we're inspiring fans of other football clubs to start their channel. Same with the West Ham guys and, you know, Man United guys. And so it's been really, really inspiring just to know that, you know, we sort of started like a little bit of a revolution in this space. You know, because sort of when we first started doing it, there wasn't a lot of people doing this type of content. And I think we were sort of the first to be doing regular content outside football grounds where we, you know, every week we were interviewing fans home and away. So, you know, and it's a real struggle in the beginning, you know, because you're doing something basically that no one else is doing. And when you're doing something that no one else is doing, you know, people are saying to you, "Oh, it ain't gonna work," or "Why are you bothering?" You know, so it's a struggle at first, but you know, we persevered, and now to be seeing, you know, other people setting up channels and that, it's just fantastic.
Were your family supportive of Arsenal Fan TV, or people around you, friends?
Yeah, like my wife and kids, you know, they'd be very supportive, long suffering, but they're very supportive. I mean, I was always going to football anyway, even before I started doing the channel, but it is a lot of work. I mean, like, you know, and when I first started doing it, I was working at the same time.
Yeah.
Luckily now it's my full-time job, but at first it was like, it was hard, you know what I mean? Go to games like, a game like tonight, that's a night game, I'll probably get home like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning after doing all the videos, because we had slower computers in those days, and you know, but sometimes even later than that, and then I've got to be up by 7 o'clock to do the school run, or be up by that time and then to go to work and work a whole day. And I'll tell you, sometimes, man, I was falling asleep at work. I was like falling asleep driving, you know what I mean? It was tough, but you know, it's been worth it.
What do you think the main thing that YouTube's taught you, doing YouTube, working hard to get where you are?
Yeah, listen, YouTube's an amazing platform, you know, YouTube, and not just YouTube, all the other sort of social media platforms, and you know, you can create, I mean, years ago, to do what we're doing, like say 10 years ago, we could never have done this, because you didn't have these sort of platforms like YouTube, like Facebook, like, you know, Twitter, whatever, to talk to the masses. You had to be virtually a TV company. You'd have to have invested millions even just to get off the ground. But now with social media, the fact that you can put a video out there, anybody, you can, I can, anybody can put a video out there, and that video can be in front of millions of people, you know, is an amazing thing. So it's helped us. I mean, without these platforms, we could never be where we are. And what I'd say, like, if you're out there and you want to set something up, set it up, because it's there, it's free, it's available, you know?
You talked about like you inspiring other people. Who do you think your biggest inspiration was? Just starting YouTube.
Starting YouTube. You know, I've got a friend called Coogan, and he does a boxing channel called Coogan Cassius. It's called ArsenalFanTv. It used to be called iFilm London when I first started, and he used to do, or he still does, a really successful boxing channel. Yeah. And he inspired me because I saw his channel, I saw what he was doing. And I was like, you know, I want to do something like this for football. Yeah. So he was, and you know, as well, his work ethic, how hard he works and what he does, and that was very inspiring.
What was your toughest challenge you faced doing ArsenalFanTv?
Ooh, toughest challenge? The toughest challenge is to be consistent, because, you know, there's an expectancy that you're always at every single game, and that you cover every last thing about Arsenal and that, and you know, that's tough because, you know, it involves a lot of time, effort, it's a lot of money, and especially in the early days, you know what I mean, it was a lot of money. We set it up without any money, we didn't have any support from, you know, investors or anything, we didn't get no bank loans or nothing. So especially like in the early days, to be able to get to every single game, then produce content, get it out, get it to the masses, and be working full time at the same time was very, very, very tough. But you know what, when you enjoy doing something, it's not too bad, you know what I mean? Because it's hard work, but you don't mind it because you're loving what you're doing.
What's your most enjoyable video you've ever done, or proudest?
Oh, most enjoyable video? Wow, you know, I've done so many. The video we did a video with when Chris Hudson, is his fan, he did like his famous rant. That's like always sort of been one of my favourite videos because he just spoke with so much passion and it came from his heart. And I think that's why that video went viral, because, you know, everything came from his heart. And the story behind that video is that when he came up to us, we were just sort of setting up, and he was just going mad at the performance at Arsenal. And I was saying, and he said to me, he goes, he goes, what I've got to say, you won't put this out. And I said, we will. I said, we're here for the fans. You know what I mean? We're here to give fans an opinion. And we put it out and it went viral, and that sort of like, you know, led to us becoming even bigger than we were at that stage. So that's one of my favourites. That's one of my favourite videos. But then we've done like, you know, I don't know, man, it's hard to pick it. There's been so many amazing videos. We've done stuff abroad and in different countries and stuff like that. It's really hard to pick one out.
Have you ever had a bad interaction with a fan? Like Arsenal?
Yeah, I've had a few. There was an incident last year where some fans sort of came at us a bit before a game. I don't know why, the exact reason, but they were very angry with us, and they came and they were threatening us and stuff like that. And at the time, you know, I was really angry at them as well, because, you know, we personally at the time, like, you know, I mean, I just lost my niece, and when they came at me at that particular moment in time, I was really upset. But, you know, I thank God that I kept my cool and I didn't react to them. And that incident passed. But there's been a couple of incidents. But do you know what? On the whole, football fans are very supportive of what we do. I'd say, like, you know, there's a small section of fans who don't like ArsenalFanTv. There's a small section of Arsenal fans who are like, you shouldn't do ArsenalFanTV. You shouldn't focus. You shouldn't highlight anything that's negative about the club. You should only ever do stuff that's positive. And that's their opinion, you know. I mean, that's up to them. But we're there, and I always say that we're about being real. So if the performances are brilliant, and we like when we won the FA Cup and everybody's happy and infused, we'll report that. If we get beaten 5-1 back to back by Bayern Munich, we're reporting that as well. And fans are not happy. So we just give a true reflection of how fans feel, and we are the only platform, as far as I know, when it comes to Arsenal fans, that gives every single Arsenal fan, no matter who you are, whether you're young, you're old, white, black, straight, gay, whatever, we give you a chance to have your say on Arsenal Football Club. And we're the only platform that does that.
Do you ever understand any of the criticism or the hate that
I always understand criticism, constructive criticism, because, you know what, we're not perfect. And you know what, not everybody likes everything. I don't like everything that's on TV. There's things that come on TV, I don't know, there might be something like Big Brother comes on. I'm not a big fan of Big Brother, but then many other millions of people love it. My thing is, if I don't like something, I don't watch it, you know what I mean? I don't, you know, but there are some fans who don't like what we do, and they may criticise us, that's fair enough. But then on the other hand, I know that, you know, across all the platforms that we have, we get over 20 million views every single month, and it's rising. So there's a lot of people who do like what we do. So listen, it's impossible to please everybody. You cannot please everybody. There's always going to be people who don't like what you do. I think the main thing is to concentrate on the people that do enjoy what you're doing and make what you're doing better for them.
All right, I'm going to go all the way back to when you were doing the reggae. I'll leave a link in the description below. What inspired you to go into that?
Do you know what? So I was always into my music. From when I was young, I was like always into my music. Always reggae music was my big love. My parents are Jamaican, and my brother used to have what you call a sound system. I used to move around with the sound system, and I just started like MC, and I just found that I had a little talent for it. And the more and more I did it on the sound system, performed and that, you know, I started getting spotted by a couple of record labels, and then I eventually ended up recording some music. I recorded a tune called Proud to be Black, which went to #1 in the reggae charts in the UK. And from that, I started performing like at a lot of different places. I mean, all around Europe, in Jamaica, in America, you know. So yeah, for a period of about over 10 years, I was heavily into music. I worked on the radio as well. So, you know, those were really good times, you know what I mean? I really enjoyed it. What
made you stop it?
Do you know, just after a while, I think music is a thing that sometimes you have your time. You know, you have your time, you're popular, you have your time. then it starts to sort of fizzle out, you know, because new artists come in, people want to hear new people. You do have some people who really have a lot of longevity and they can still stay in it for a long time. But for me, I just started to feel that I wasn't enjoying it as much as I had done previously, and I just felt that I kind of moved on from that. But I still love my music. I still, you know, listen to so much music. I still love reggae music, R&B, hip hop. You know, I love some of the grime music of nowadays, and you know what I mean. I'm still heavily into enjoying my music, but now it's more about, you know, I've always been into football. When I was into music, I was also into my football. I used to go to games all the time. I remember people used to be like, you know, you mad, Robbie? Some of their other music, why are you going football so much? Listen, man, I just love my football. So, but yeah, music and football have always been a big part of my life.
Who are your favourite rappers right now?
Favourite rappers right now? I like Drake.
Yeah.
I like Drake. He's good. Do you know what? I don't. My favourite rappers are like the old school rappers, man. My favourite rapper has always been B.I.G. Notorious B.I.G. is my favourite. I used to love Tupac. Yeah. And the new guys, they're good, but they just, for me, they can't compete with those old school guys. You know what I mean? But you know, listen, as I said, I sort of like some of the new. I like some of the UK guys. Yeah. I really like Jay Huss at the moment. I love his stuff, and he's an Arsenal fan as well. Yeah. But I love his stuff. Stormzy's really good, you know. Notes, you know. There's some good. There's some really good MCs out there. And then, as I said, I like Drake. I think Drake came with an original style, you know, and that style's been, you know, he's everybody copies him, don't they? But the old school guys for me, those are my favourites.
To go even further back, at school, what kind of student were you?
Student, I was all right. I was, you know, I was a decent student. You know what I mean? I came out of school with some decent qualifications. I think that's mainly because of my parents, because they pushed me hard, man. You know what I mean? I was a regular student that got into problems, the same trouble that everybody gets into and stuff like that. But ultimately, you know what I mean, when exam times used to come around, I used to lock down and try and do my work, because I know that, you know, I come from a Jamaican household with, you know, my parents were quite strict, man. If you came home, you know, and I remember my mum used to work at the school as a cleaner. Yeah. Right, so she'd get inside information on what was going on, man. The teachers would come and say, yeah, Mrs. Lyle, I've got a bit of bad news, you know, Robbie's been up to this and that, and she'd come home, man, and I'd get slaughtered, you know. So ultimately, I always had to make sure that I got the work done. So I kind of was quite good at not doing, and I hope my kids are not watching this, but I was kind of good at not doing lots of work throughout the year. But then when it came down to those last couple of months when you had to revise on that, I'd shut myself away and get it done. And then, so yeah, I did okay at school. I did okay.
For kids struggling or lacking inspiration or lacking idols or something like that, what advice do you have for them?
My advice to you is that, you know what, you can do anything you want to do. And I know it's like a bit of a cliche. People always say that, and oh well, you can do whatever you want to do, but you can. You can. If you work hard, there's a price to pay, and that price to pay is most times it's hard work, and you have to treat everything like a journey. So it doesn't come quick. Where I grew up, you know, people I grew up with, lots of people tried to do stuff quickly. Yeah. They wanted to become rich quick, or they wanted to have that big car quick. It doesn't work like that. There is a process. And there's a journey. Now, if you're prepared to work hard and you're prepared to, you know, follow that journey, you can get there. You will get there. If you're focused on it, you will 100% get there, right? And sometimes you'll get there. It won't even be how you thought you was going to get there, but you'll get there. So I always say to people, dream big. Because if you dream big, you'll get big. Don't have your expectations low. If you're at school and you want to get an A, think about getting an A. If you think about getting a B, then the maximum you're going to get is a B. or less.
Yeah.
If you dream about if you think about getting an A and you're focused on getting an A, the maximum you get is A, which is the maximum. And if it doesn't quite work out, you might get a B. So dream big, always be focused, and just like let go and work hard and be focused on that thing. And you'll be surprised, you really will be surprised sometimes that you'll achieve things that you thought to yourself, nah, no way. I mean, when I first started doing ArsenalFanTv, people told me some of the things. I mean, I've given talks at schools, like I gave a talk at Eton School, and I was like, when they rung me up to come and talk about social media and ArsenalFanTV and that, I said, what? This is not Eton. They go, no, it's Eton. I thought they were joking, you know? Now, when I started doing ArsenalFanTV, somebody said to me, you're going to give a talk at Eton as part of, you know, ArsenalFanTV is going to grow, it's going to be massive, and you'll also be giving talks at Eton. I'll be like, go away. That'd be stupid. Yeah. So you don't know the people you're going to meet along the way, you know? I met Thierry Henry, and when I met Thierry, he's my absolute hero watching football, watching Arsenal. When I walked into the room, Thierry Henry said, oh, you're right, Robbie, man, I love ArsenalFanTV. And before I could even say anything, I'm like, what? Thierry Henry knows who I am. As I said, when I started it, someone told me that, I'd say, nah, that'd be stupid. So, but I believed right from day one in what we were doing. I wasn't focused on making money, I was just focused on making good content and making it successful. And I knew that the price to pay for that was, it was gonna have to involve hard work, because we didn't have money to inject into it. So it was gonna have to be hard work. And I believe that if you then focus on that and you put that work in, you can achieve amazing things that you didn't think you could achieve. But you've got to be patient. Yeah. You've got to believe in what you can do, and you really can achieve.
So going back to ArsenalFanTV, what can we expect from you and the channel in the future?
Well, we've expect more great content. You know, we're looking to, at the moment, we're looking to make our team bigger so that we can cover more content, more aspects of Arsenal. We want to have like, you know, we want to cover more content with Arsenal worldwide as well. We're also involved with this app called UFF, which is going to be rolling out in 2018, which is going to be a general football app. So we're involved in that. We're working on a project at the moment for a TV company. Hopefully that gets commissioned. If that gets commissioned, that would be amazing. So there's a lot of exciting stuff in the pipeline for 2018. But the main thing is, on ArsenalFanTV, we'll still be bringing you great interviews from fans, from outside grounds, all round, wherever Arsenal are. We'll still be hoping and praying that Arsenal can one day win the league. You know, even I was thinking about that the other day. I was going, boy, wouldn't it be great to win the league and be there on ArsenalFanTV to, you know, but it could be a long time. Could be a long time.
Lastly, how would you like to be remembered?
Oh, I like to be remembered as a football fan that changed the game up, that, you know, that empowered fans to really have a voice in their football team. I just remembered as somebody like, you know, it's somebody that just like sort of changed that industry a bit and made fans a bit more important, because over the years fans have not been treated, I don't think, football fans have not been treated right by the clubs, by the media and stuff like that. We've always been looked on that like that last. Whereas football fans should be important, because they're the most, I think, apart from, you know, well, on par with players, they're the most important part of football. Because if there's nobody watching football, then the players will hardly get paid any money. They probably wouldn't be interested, a lot of them, in playing it. They'd play another sport and it just wouldn't be as big. We wouldn't have these big stadiums and that, because nobody would want to go in them. So, somebody who helped to bring a lot of respect to football fans and gave football fans a voice. I'll be remembered as that, one of the pioneers of that. That'd be wonderful.
To finish off, I've got a couple, like, I saw you on Jamel15's channel. You
Yeah.
did the Arsenal quiz.
Oh, no more quizzes, please.
Oh. 3 instead of 4.
Did you see how he killed me?
Yeah,
man?
the first 3 questions.
Oh man, the first 3 questions, he killed me.
Alright, I'm going to start off question 1.
Yeah.
Who was Arsenal's first ever manager? Okay.
First ever manager?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
A. Thomas Mitchell. B. William Elcoat. Or C. Harry Bradshaw.
Where you get these? How hard is that? Harry Bradshaw.
No. I'm sorry.
What?
Thomas Mitchell.
Come on.
I'd say that's the hardest
That's
question.
in 1886.
I think that was the hardest question.
Okay.
Right.
You're worse than Jamel.
Who scored the first ever goal at the Emirates for Arsenal? A. Gilberto Silva, B. Thierry Henry, or C. Freddie Ljungberg?
Actually, I know the answer to this. Wasn't it Gilberto?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A. Gilberto Silva.
Yeah.
So 1 out of 2
I knew the answer to that.
Alright, we got on the road to the 2005-2006 Champions League final.
I was at that game.
There are only 2 teams that Arsenal conceded against. We're not talking about Barcelona, but 2 teams that Arsenal conceded against. Was it A. Ajax and Real Madrid, B. Villarreal and Juventus, or C. FC Thun and Ajax?
We conceded against Villarreal. Oh, the semi-final went to penalties, didn't it?
Yep.
Lehman saved it. Who were the other teams?
So
FC Thun, we smashed them, I remember that.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
A. Ajax and Real Madrid, or B. Villarreal or Juventus, or C. FC Thun and Ajax.
FC Thun, it weren't them. Real Madrid, Real Madrid and who?
Real Madrid and Ajax.
Yeah, Real Madrid and Ajax.
It was C. FC Thun and Ajax.
What's it? Well,
Yeah.
FC Thun, we smashed it.
Yeah,
That's the trick question.
Yeah.
Because you got Ajax in there. What are you trying to do to me? These little tricks. That was actually, you know what? That's actually one of my most disappointing things as an Arsenal fan. Being at the Champions League final in Paris, you know, we went 1-0 up. It was, you know, and then, you know, we had having Lehman sent off and losing that. I mean, that was the time when we should have won. You know, still gutted about that to this day. I'll tell you. That was a long journey home. I remember that.
All right. Finally, who scored against Arsenal?
I thought you said 3 questions. There's 4 now. All right.
No, don't worry.
Who scored against Arsenal? What?
To end Arsenal's unbeaten run. Was it A.
Rooney.
A. Giggs and Van Nistelrooy, B. Ronaldo and Rooney, or C. Van Nistelrooy and Rooney?
Well, I know it's Rooney.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
Because he dived. And who scored the other? It was Van Nistelrooy and Rooney.
Yeah, C.
Yeah.
Van Nistelrooy and Rooney. So 3 out of 4. Wasn't bad.
Cheats. 2 cheats.
I'm a Man United fan. So,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
So,
so,
you know they cheated. You know Rooney dived like a swan. You know,
I think it was a deserved win.
To end that run. No, he dived to end that run, you know.
Anyway, thank you.
I'll never forgive Rooney for that.
Thank you for letting me interview you.
No, it's a pleasure. Thank you.
Robbie's links will be in the description below. Remember to subscribe to ArsenalFanTV and subscribe to this channel. Like, comment, share and subscribe. There'll be more interviews coming soon. Thank you for listening. See ya.